Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Luffy Went Into Hatred, Part 2. Now, let me do a recap on what happened last time. Okay? Um, sorry, but yeah. So, what happened last time? Luffy, when he heard about the news of Sabo dying, of course went into pure hatred, but of course when he was around Ace, he had to fake all his smiles, and also around people, fake all his smiles again. But Ace never catch on to Luffy when he was that sad and depressed. Luffy actually has, well, of course, after hearing the news and all that, did train. Instead of becoming the pirate king in his mind, his goal is to eliminate every celestial dragon nobles and also tyrants. That also means the world government. So yeah, any marines he goes through, he's gonna kill them. But yeah, Luffy also has found out that the devil fruit that he ate is not the Gama Gama no Mi. Okay, let me explain this. Because I was shit at explaining because I was so tired that time. So, what Shanks and the others managed to discover this purple fruit. Well, it was purple fruit. It looked like the Gama Gama no Mi, but it had rainbow lines instead of being black. And also, it wasn't supposed to be purple, but yeah, the last user that had it kind of died using the Gama Gama no Mi. So that's why it looked like purple. Now, of course, when Shanks found the devil fruit, I'm explaining it right now because I was stupid enough not to explain. But when they found it, they thought it was a Gama Gama no Mi. When Luffy ate it, he found out that he was thinking of, rubber at that time for some reason, and he became rubber. But after Luffy discovers more abilities from his Gama Gama no Mi, supposed to be, it's actually called the Kami Kami no Mi, basically meaning God's devil fruit. So yeah, it has almost all of the Logia fruits, the Zen and fruits, and also all powers and all that. And also it's immune to water. And also the premonition, whatever the fuck it's called, but yeah. I can't really remember because there's 3 types. I can only remember 2 of them. The third one, I cannot remember, for fuck's sakes. But yeah. And Luffy has trained in a lot of things. Now, of course, Luffy did get a mask. And that looks like a red glowing mask. And I forgot to get. So this was the mask that Luffy kind of bought from a store on the island. But yeah. But of course, he had it hidden. Now, Ace did kind of leave the, island when he turned 17. Now, Luffy trained for 3 more years when he was 14 and turned into 17. He kind of used his fake smile to, leave and wait back to the village, and everyone thought that Luffy will become the Pirate King, the friendliest Pirate King. And of course, also, Goldie Lee Roger was also a friendly Pirate King, but yeah. Now, when Luffy was leaving, I forgot to mention the Sea Dragon. The Sea Dragon still tries to attack Luffy, but Luffy turns him into nothing but fucking, just slices of meat. Because Luffy uses the Ito no Mi. The fruit power. Now, when Luffy goes into the whirlpool, because, Luffy still goes into a barrel, he still kills, he kills the Vita Pirates, like area Vita Pirates. He meets Kobe, he doesn't kill him because Kobe sees Kobe that Kobe actually wants to be a Marine just to protect people. So he kind of has a little difference in the Marines' view and all that. So yeah. But he still hates the Marines that actually grant abuses of power. So yeah. When they go to where Zoro knows at, Luffy kills Morgan, and of course Hapepa will have to be trained in the Marines, actually. But instead of recruiting Zoro, he just tells Zoro to do whatever. He can become a pirate, blah blah blah. Luffy leaves on a boat and he disappears. Now, we go into Zoro's POV. Now, Zoro says, interesting. That's a very interesting kid. Whatever. Now, of course, this is where Zoro gets his own boat from, like, some villagers, like, they gave him because, yeah. Now, well, not some villagers, what's it called, some marines, because they still respect the pirate hunter. The pirate bounty hunter. Now, of course, it was Zoro thinks that he gets in his memory, it just not flashback, a flashback about a couple of, what's it called, while, when Luffy told him, become a pirate, become anything. This is a free world. You can do whatever you want. And Zoro says, maybe I'll take on that offer. Maybe I will become a pirate. But then I will have to get crewmates to help me out to become a great swordsman. I can become a great swordsman pirate. So yeah, this is where Zoro's actually going to take on the role of being what's called a captain of a pirate ship. Now, this is where we go back to what's called Luffy. Luffy is actually going to Orange Town. But, not just any time, but also Zoro's also going to Orange Town. Now, Zoro still sucks at directions, but he managed to get to Orange Town. Somehow faster than Luffy. Now, Luffy, when he gets there, he sees Zoro fight against what's called pirates. And of course, Nami tries to trick on Zoro, but Zoro's smarter than Luffy than original canon. It's like, yeah, Zoro doesn't get tricked that easily. But Luffy says, so you did decide to take on the offer of becoming your own pirate, Zoro or Nora. So yeah. And of course, this is where Zoro turns around and sees, it's you. What was your name? You didn't even tell me your name, did you? Luffy says, no, of course not. But that's not the point. What is happening to this village? He looks at the orange hair girl. And of course, Nami says that pirates from the buggy crew are right now terrorizing this village and hurting all the people. Luffy has a dark expression. He's saying, what do you mean? Are you saying that this pirate is a tyrant? Nami says, yes, somewhat. This is where Luffy walks away and says, where is this buggy? And Nami says, well, he's over there. And of course, this is where Nami says, maybe you can, no, shut up and leave me alone. And Nami goes, how rude of you. And Luffy says, I don't care. Now, Luffy goes towards what's called Buggy and everyone else. Like, all the Buggy, like, pirates. This is where Luffy says, are you Buggy? Buggy says, why, I am, boy. Guess what? And, well, not guess what. And Luffy says, so you are? And Buggy says, yeah, dumbass. Now, since you decided to step on my property of the land, I'm gonna have to blow you up with my buggy cannon. Shoots a buggy cannon at Luffy. Luffy, what he does is look at the buggy cannon coming towards him, and he uses armament hawking. Because Luffy has trained in a lot of things. Armament hawking was something he kind of discovered a little bit. This is where he was discovered earlier. This is where he grabs the cannon with his freaking armament hawking hand. And just grabs that shit, just like catches it. And he just says, you lost something, you tyrant bastard. Throws it back at Buggy, and Buggy had it to dodge. Well, when I mean dodge, I mean his chest gets hit, his chest gets blown away, his other body parts are, well, back together, but with no torso. So yeah, except for his leg. And of course his head is on his, like, his legs, pants, his torso, well, not torso. Torso, it went out of here. But yeah, Luffy, he goes up to him and says, you're dead. And of course, cracked his fingers and all that. This is where Buggy and his crew starts attacking him and all that. Luffy. And Luffy just says, all of you, get out of the way. And uses lightning around his body to just shoot at everyone. Well, hit everyone in an let me say that again. AOE range. So, of course, all of them get electricity. And also, what's it called? Buggy's elite tries to attack Luffy. And Luffy, easily takes him out. He grabs one from the arm. and like flips him, and they just stomp. What's it called? Luffy uses his leg and just stomp him in the freaking ground, his head to the ground. It was the guy with the lion and all that, and the guy with the sword, like knives and all that, tries to throw them at Luffy. Luffy catches all three of them and throws them back at the guy. The guy didn't react fast enough and gets stabbed. In his like shoulder, other shoulder, and his what's it called, missing his heart completely off. But Luffy did that on purpose. Now Buggy ran away. He got on the boat and starts trying to run away. Luffy says, "Bastard, I'll kill you, damn tyrant." He said it in such a cold, dead voice. So yeah. Now we go into what's called Zoro's POV. Now Zoro is talking to the village elder, and the village elder says, "Young man, why are you here?" Zoro says, "I'm just here because I kind of got lost. I suck at direction." You wouldn't mind having a map, do you? The village elder says, "No, because the buggy pirates has been terrorizing our village, so we don't have any money or anything to do." Because Luffy, he sees Zoro and of course Nami. He senses them by using not observation hawking. What I'm talking about? He just finds him in the freaking town, and of course opens the door because there's a dog right in front of it. He just thinks people are in that house because the dog is protecting it, and this is where the dog kind of growls at Luffy, and of course this is where Luffy, he pulls out a bowl of food for the dog and all that, because he just took it away from the lion and all that when he beat the crap out of the lion owner. I think it was a lion owner, right? Or was it a tiger? I can't fucking remember. But yeah. Of course the dog eats and all that, and of course Luffy left like the treats and all that with him. And he opens the door, and of course sees Zoro, the old man, and Nami. This is where the old man says, "Who are you?" Luffy says, "I am no one, and yet I am someone. Doesn't matter who I am exactly. Here you go, old man." He gives the bags of like berries and money towards the old man, and the old man says, "What is this?" "The money that Buggy decided to take, but I destroy his army and crew." He meant to say crew, but yeah. And of course, the old man says, "So are you saying Buggy is gone?" "Yeah, he's gone. Totally just gone." So of course the man is happy and crying. And Zoro says, "I see. So why won't you just join my pirate crew? Mysterious no one and someone." And this is where Luffy looks at Zoro and says, "Yeah, so you asked me, you wanted someone, or you wanted to join my crew. I refused you. But you're asking me to join your crew. How ironic. No, maybe ask the orange hair girl." And of course when Nami says, "I have a name, you know. And yet I don't care." And of course Nami just got, "You bastard," and tried to punch at Luffy, and Luffy just dodges her. And of course, Nami goes, "Hey, don't dodge a fucking lady." And of course, that's where the old man is like celebrating, telling everyone to go outside. And of course, people are celebrating. And of course, where Luffy says, "Well, Zoro and Noah, you can take all the glory. I'm leaving." And this is where Zoro says, "Wait, where are you going exactly? Because I refuse to believe that you're going in just helping people of your greater good of heart." And Luffy says, "That's a goal for me to have and keep a secret. And that's a goal for you never to find out. Or my name, exactly. But if you ever meet someone named Ace D, I forgot what was Ace's last name, but it was like God. But it was like Ace D, I don't remember. But yeah, he says that if you ever meet him, just say hi. And try to get in good terms with him. He's a good man. And besides, I wouldn't like no one to actually hurt him. Now, goodbye." So Luffy disappears using the Yami Yami no Mi to actually use the darkness to go into darkness and disappear. Now I know the Yami Yami no Mi does not do that, but I'ma do it anyway. So yeah. Of course, when Luffy gets to his boat and kind of set sea, he leaves. Of course, Zoro and Nami are just kind of shocked there. And of course, then the old man comes and says, Where's that young man?" Of course, that's where Zoro said he left. The old man says, that's a shame. Where aren't you gonna celebrate? Do you two want to stay or what?" Zoro says, no thanks. I have to go find my own crew or something. I need a navigator. Here's where Nami says, I need to get back to my own island or my own home. I don't have a ship. Here's where Zoro says, if you don't have a ship, you can go along with me. We can probably find your own island. I can leave you there. Nami nods and then just goes with Zoro. So yeah. So Zoro goes on the small boat. Well, not on the small boat. They actually take the buggy pirates boat. Because, Luffy didn't really manslaughter through that many people. He mostly just threw them over the water, just punched the shit out of them. But yeah. Now, of course, is where, Zoro and Nami goes towards where Usopp is at. And of course, what that happens is when they fight against the cat pirates like Usopp, Nami, and Zoro, Zoro managed to take them all out somewhat. He managed to. Of course, this is where the Goa Marines actually gonna give it to Captain Zoro. And Usopp is just gonna be the sniper, and of course Nami's just gonna go along with them. So yeah. Now, when somehow he defeated what's called the the cat pirates. He actually, instead of being kind of clumsy and all that like Luffy, he kind of sneak attacked them all, easily knocking them all out and killing some of them, even the leader. So yeah, Zoro is actually now gonna be a pirate. So what Zoro actually names what's called the pirate crew, because he's actually never came up with a name. So Zoro's like, damn it, I gotta think of a pirate crew name. Usopp, do you have anything? Usopp says, the great Usopp. Not happening. Nami punches Usopp in the head. Zoro says, great, what do I think about? Then he just goes to remember the man who actually told him, sure, become a pirate, become anything. Remembers just that the man had a straw hat on him. Zoro says, the Straw Hat Pirates? Where Nami and Usopp says, what do you mean Straw Hat Pirates? You don't even have a straw hat. Okay, think of a better name. Nami says, why did you think of that? Is it because of that guy? Usopp says, guy? What are you talking about? Zoro says, I met him twice, but he's so mysterious that I guess since he's the one to inspire me to become a pirate, I guess I would just take the Straw Hat as what's called the Straw Hat Pirate. This is where Nami says, I hope he doesn't come after us and try to murder us. Zoro says, I hope he doesn't, but yeah. And so, that happens. Now, Luffy still has the Straw Hat. Now, we go into Luffy's POV. Luffy. He is now, kill some nobles. He went on a boat and went rampaging, killing a bunch of nobles and marines. Luffy's bounty has now risen up to 50 million. Not 50 million. Not talking about. Like 8 million. Why? A marine managed to take a picture before dying. And the marines, when they go on the boat, they manage to find this picture, and of course, the only thing they see is the mask that Luffy has, one red eye, and the other eye is kind of closed an eye. And of course, just nothing else. Not even the straw hat, because Luffy has a cloak all over him. So yeah. Now, how Luffy managed to kill them all is using multiple different devil fruit attacks. So yeah. So what they call Luffy, since they don't know about Luffy's real name or anything at all, they call him the Mask Killer. Because, well, the Mask Noble Killer. But let me say that again. They call him the Mask Noble Killer. Actually, there was also a celestial dragon on that noble ship, and so the celestial dragon also got killed by the noble mask killer, and so they kind of risen Luffy's bounty instead of being 8 million to 58 million, because yeah, and also they kind of changed his name because this was separate. Luffy did this another time or something. Now, they changed his name towards the God Slayer. Now, the Red Eye God Slayer, because that's all they see. A red eye and a mask. But they're not going to just put a mask. The Red Eye God Slayer. So yeah. Now, this is where Luffy did kind of take all the money from every noble, because he's just going to take all that shit. But yeah. Now, he also took a lot of gold and all that from the Celestials. Yeah, from one Celestial. So, this is where we go into what's called Luffy's POV. Luffy is now going towards, well, what's it called? Into a ship, a restaurant. Luffy does not have his mask or anything. He has a straw hat out, but yeah. This is where Zoro did fight against the Marines that were attacking what's called Luffy and Urgent Canyon and all that. But instead of Zoro like deflecting one of the cannons to hit the thing, that didn't happen. Instead, he cut through them and well killed the what's called Marines, or sliced their boat in half. So yeah. Now we go into what's called Luffy when he's out there. Now Luffy is only on a somewhat big boat, but of course he's only one person. So of course this is where the people on the restaurant are kind of scared when Luffy walked in. This is where some of the restaurant people says, "Hey, you're not allowed to be here, pirate." Luffy says, "I'm here just to pay and eat. I don't care." And then they say, "Oh, really? Okay, then what would you like to eat?" This is where Luffy kind of orders some things, but this is where he sees Zoro, Nami, and Usopp come in. Sanji is right now trying to flirt against what's called Nami and all that. And this is where Zoro kind of just like talks and says this is what he wants. Usopp and Nami says this is what I want. And of course, Sanji says, "Of course, I'll do it." Yeah. And of course, Luffy says, "I want this and this." So he just wants a what's called meat and all that. And also, some more roasted things. But yeah. Luffy says, "So how much would that be in total?" And this is where the person says, it will be about this much and this much. Okay. Can I also get the tabs of that people table and all that? The green mossy hair, the orange hair, and also the guy with the freaking thing on his hat and his head and all that. And he says, "Sure, why not? I'll get their tabs and all that." This is where, of course, they get the food and all that. Well, Nami gets their food first because of Sanji and all that. And Luffy's over here just eating his own food. And of course, the nobles are kind of scared with the pirates. Well, one being an unknown pirate to them. Yeah, an unknown pirate to them. And also, what's it called? The others being pirates, and Zoro having a bounty of 8 million. Well, not 8 million, of 10 million. So yeah, because he defeated the cat pirates, and what also said to probably defeated the what's it called, Morgan. Well, not defeated Morgan. Defeated what's it called, the Vita pirates and also Buggy pirates. But yeah, they don't really know who actually defeated them. But yeah, the cat pirates that was defeated by Zoro. But yeah, now this is where Well, red leg thing didn't actually tell him Luffy anything, but yeah. And Zoro says, "Hey, Mr. Yellow Hair guy or whatever." As Zoro Sanji says, "What do you want, mossy hair?" Zoro says, "Why won't you just join my crew? Aren't you pretty good at cooking and all that?" And Nami says, "Yeah, you are pretty good at cooking, but I know you probably have other things to do and all that." And of course, Nami actually likes Zoro and what's it called, Usopp and all that. So yeah, this is where Sanji thinks about it and says, "I can't. I want to, not really, but yeah, I can't, my lady. And screw you, mossy head." And of course, Zoro gets angry, but he calms down. Now, this is where when Sanji was about to give them the bill and all that to have money and all that. This is where the other chef that was kind of serving Luffy says, "Hey, Sanji, what are you doing?" Sanji says, "What? This is the tab for them to pay and all that." The what's it called? The other one kind of tells, because this man is basically the one that always kind of hits Sanji in the head and all. The guy with muscular arms. I forgot his name and all. He kind of looked like Popeyes from what's it called when he eats spinach and all that. Ding ding. Well, mostly is. But yeah, he goes up to Sanji, says, "That tab is for this man. This man is paying for those people also." Sanji kind of widens his eyes and says, "Really? That's interesting." This is where Luffy says, let me just..." So he pulls out a bunch of like money and gives it to the man. And the man says, "This is a lot too much. Do you want..." Luffy says, "Keep the change." And of course, the man says, "With pleasure," and walks back and all that. Sanji kind of just pointed his eyes, and this is where Zoro actually noticed Luffy. And Luffy says, "Hello there, Zoro Noah." And of course, Zoro says, "Hello there, no one and also someone." This is where the orange hair girl, Nami, says, "Do you know my name?" Luffy says, "Oh yeah, I remember. You're a pirate thief named Nami." What's it called? Did Nami ever have that? I forgot Nami's last name. So Nami Bearmeal, and of course Nami widens her eyes and says, "How did you find that out?" Luffy says, "I don't really care if you're a pirate thief. You mostly do that because you try to save your, well, probably help yourself with money to, what's called, capture those, what's called, goods from what's called evil people. I don't really mind that. I don't really care that much." And Nami nodded. Zoro overheard this, and also Sanji and Usopp kind of overheard this. And then Usopp says, "Do you know my name?" And Luffy, he looks at Usopp and widens his eyes and says, "You're..." I forgot what was Usopp's father's name, but basically Luffy says Usopp's father's name, and of course, Luffy says Yosab. And this is where Usopp kind of just heard that and says, "No, that's not my name, it's Usopp." And Luffy says, "No, you're Yosab's son, aren't you?" And Usopp says, "I never actually met my father that well." And Luffy says, "Of course you haven't. Your father left with the redhead, the redhead, pirates. And of course, there's a crew of him." And of course, Zoro narrows his eyes at Luffy and says, "How do you know that?" And Luffy says, "I met the redhead pirates before when I was younger. About when I was 4. And of course, Usopp widens his eyes and says, "You met him? How was he like?" "I don't know him that well, so yeah. I want to know every detail about my father." Luffy says, "He was a great man, a great sniper also. He was one of the best when I saw him fight against some bandits. But yeah, not the point." And therefore, what's called, Zoro kind of also narrowed his eyes on Luffy's head, what's called the, head and all that. Because Luffy's eyes aren't showing, and his face is not showing because Luffy also had some masks somewhat. Just a black mask is not the one that he uses to kill against nobles and all. But this is where when he saw Luffy's head is straw, it's a straw hat. This is where Zoro says, "Isn't that Shanks red haired Shanks' hat?" Luffy says, "Yes, it is. He told me to come see him in what to call sea and become the pirate. Become a pirate, a strong pirate. That's not my goal anymore." I can see that you also changed what to call, made your crew name to be the Straw Hat Pirates. And Luffy says, "Well, I would give you this hat because that will make so much easier for you to be the Straw Hat Pirates. But that is not happening. I will see Shanks again, and I will give him his hat back, telling him I should have never deserved it." And of course, it were Zoro says, "Why? Exactly why wouldn't you deserve it?" Luffy says, "I said too much." Zoro before Luffy leaves, he sees the what's it called. Sanji did feed what's it called the guy and all that, and the white area, and also the guy came with the what's it called, the giant guy with the golden armor or whatever. And of course, he did get food from Sanji, and of course, Sanji was about to get hit until Luffy used the Ito no Mi to just cut the guy in half. So yeah, this is where the guy with black hair says, "No, Captain, are you okay?" Luffy says, "It's a shame that I have to kill him. A pirate like him should not be what's called alive when people give him kindness. He only takes it for granted." That's where the guy tried to attack Luffy. If he puts Armor Mihawk into his leg and kicks the guy in the stomach, and of course knocking him to the wall. This is where the people are kind of good, happy that it's called Luffy isn't killing them or anything, the nobles and all. Luffy narrows his eyes at the nobles, and the nobles kind of get unnervous and all. So yeah, I don't know why I say unnervous. I mean unpleasant and all that. But yeah. Luffy says, "Sanji, it's better if you kill with the mossy head, because that means you'll be able to get your dreams. Isn't your dreams to go to the Grand Line and see the East, well not East Blue, what was it, the Great Blue?" And of course Sanji says, "How did you know?" And Luffy says, "You don't need to know about that." Now, Luffy has another devil fruit, because there's not many devil fruits that they mention and all that, except for like different devil fruits that they probably have mentioned. And this devil fruit that Luffy used, an ability, is called Mind Fruit, meaning he can read minds in what's called people's heads and all that. And so Sanji kind of decides to go with what's called Rosa or no. Also, this is where Zoro has met the what's called Johnny and also the other guy, and of course are with him and all that. Well, not in the restaurant and all that. But this is where Zoro fights still against Mihawk, and Mihawk still what's called defeats Zoro. But yeah, this is where Zoro says he'll become stronger Mihawk and blah blah blah. Now, this is actually where I'm gonna leave it off, because have a nice potato day. Potato night, potato sleep, potato, and potato. But yeah, potato. I'm probably gonna be doing part 3 of What If Naruto was a reincarnation of Kabushio. Don't quote me on that if I fucked up the name, but yeah, bye bye.